Hey guys, it's Fee, and I'm here with another Preggie update for you. This is my 24 and 25 week update. I am 26 weeks today, turned 26 weeks today, and a couple of exciting things about that. A couple of really exciting things about that. Mathematically, the third trimester starts in a couple of days. It's like 26 weeks and 3/4 or something like that. And that just blows me away. I to even be saying that it's me, third trimester. Oh my gosh, it really really brings it home. Oh my God, never thought we would get this far. And what else do I have written here? Yesterday we hit double digits, and what that means is, should I go the full term, 40 weeks? Yesterday was 99 days left until we could see the sweet little boy's face. So we have hit double digits and the countdown is commencing. But I'm 26 weeks today, and what that means is baby boy is about the size of an eggplant, and I believe his length is about the size of a scallion or a green onion. So that's getting pretty big. It is getting pretty big, and I'm definitely starting to feel it, but I will get into that in a minute. So I have my notes, as usual. Otherwise, the Fee brain wouldn't remember anything. So what do I have here? Symptoms. They say that the exhaustion from the first trimester starts to come back in the third trimester, and I think it kind of got a head start. It's not horrible. It's not nearly as bad as it was in the first trimester, but I am definitely starting to feel more tired. That started to hit last week. I would say the beginning of the 25th week, I was starting to feel that. And I just said it's getting a head start for the third trimester, so I know what's coming. So yeah, a little bit tired, more than normal lately. My feet hurt all the time now, all the time. And I did some research on that because I was just curious about it. My feet are constantly swollen. And really it depends on the day as to whether or not they start out that way or if they get that way as the day progresses. And the pain from standing on them without shoes or without the proper shoes, it's pretty blinding at first. I have to stand there for a few minutes, and then it's like, okay, let me hobble over here. Where are my shoes? And that was the part that I was curious about. Apparently the hormone that starts to get produced around this time, or actually earlier than this time, is called relaxin, I believe, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It starts to relax muscles for obvious things, but it can also affect the muscle on the bottom of your foot that connects to your heel. It's the same one that causes, I believe it's plantar fasciitis, and I may be mispronouncing that, but I can totally feel that muscle is not a happy muscle. So the feet have continued. Just got to keep the shoes on and keep them elevated when I can. I put a post on Instagram over the weekend that I will put up here. Yeah, those footies, that was only after a couple of stores. We went to a couple of stores, and I looked down and I went, gotta put the feet up on the dashboard for the ride home. So it doesn't take long. The other thing is my hands. My hands have not changed. In some ways they've gotten a little bit worse. Occasionally they are a little bit swollen. You can kind of see it now. Pardon my nails. All the nails broke. I had such pretty nails and they all broke on me, but that's another story for another vlog. But they're a little swollen for me. Don't know if you could tell, but the fingertips, especially in this hand, the fingertips are pretty much always half asleep, at least. There's always some kind of numbness on the fingertips. This one, not all the time, just depends on what's going on, but my right hand, absolutely. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the last update, but I did talk to the doctor about all of this hand and foot things, and she's not concerned. She saw what my hands looked like and what my feet looked like at the end of the day, and they were not concerned because my blood pressure was good. I wasn't spilling any protein. I wasn't gaining too much weight from water weight or anything like that. she just said it can be common. Just got to watch it to make sure it doesn't go anywhere else other than the feet and the hands. And the numbness is kind of similar to carpal tunnel. I guess that's why they say pregnancy can cause carpal tunnel. It's not entirely the same thing, but pretty much the swelling in here. There's swelling that can happen in your wrist, and it presses down on those muscles, and the same tendons and whatnot that cause carpal tunnel syndrome results in the same thing. So I have been icing my wrist on occasion when it gets bad. That definitely helps. Icing it definitely helps. I can feel the difference almost immediately. So we'll see. She did warn me that most of the time it does go away after you give birth, but for some reason after you give birth it tends to get worse, and then it starts to get better after that. So we'll see. Okay, next one. I've got to look at this so that I don't misexplain this. Around 24 and a half weeks, I had started to get some pain on my left side. And I was pretty sure that it was muscular because it seemed to only happen in bed when I rolled over. I would roll over on my left side and I would just get this pain that is hard to describe, but it definitely felt muscular. And the first time it happened, we actually were away for a weekend. We were staying at a hotel, and I thought, well, maybe it's just that bed. My body's not used to that particular bed. But when the pain had went away, it had felt kind of tender the entire rest of the day. And it didn't happen the rest of that weekend, but over the course of the last 2 weeks, it has happened to me here and there. At home, I'll go to roll over onto my left side from my right side, and I'll get this pain. And it seems to only happen when I roll from my right to my left. So I thought that was really strange. And of course, what does the Fe do? She goes and looks it up on the internet because I'm curious. I really wasn't worried, but I was just curious what the heck it was. And apparently it is actually round ligament pain and stretching pains and whatnot. I went on babyandbump.com and there were a lot of reports of that same exact thing, rolling from the right to the left, and it's just part of the deal. It's just part of the deal. And somebody actually said that, joke, their solution for it was just to move more slow. They would bend their knees, kind of clench their belly in, and turn over onto their back, breathe and wait for a minute, and then they turn over on their left side and they do the whole process slowly so that the pain wouldn't come. So when that has happened to me, I've just kind of slowed down with my turning over movement, and that seems to have solved it. So definitely stretching pains going on here. And you know what? I shouldn't be surprised by that because the belly's itchy. I would say about every 2 or 3 days the belly gets itchy, and then I look down and it seems to pop some more. So it kind of all goes together. What else? What else do I have here? Okay, next one's a little bit of TMI. So there's your warning. This is a pregnancy vlog, but I'm giving you a warning. TMI in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Discharge. More discharge. I've this entire time I've kind of always had it, but I've noticed it kind of has picked up the pace. It's kind of picked up the pace, I would say maybe about a week and a half ago. It hasn't really changed in any way. It's just more prevalent. And again, look that up too. And apparently it can happen. You start to hit close to the 3rd trimester and the body starts preparing for things and you end up with more discharge. It's not, enough to soak a liner or anything. That's the point where you need to start worrying and telling your doctor. I will probably tell my doctor about this anyways the next time I see her, but it's nowhere near that amount. But it's definitely more than it was. And yeah, so that's that one. Okay, and last one is movement. About the movement. The movement has been kind of random. It's been really crazy. There are days where I won't feel much. I'm not going to say anything. I feel something every day, but there are days where I really don't feel that much. And in this last week, there was like 3 days in a row where it was like, hey, are you in there? Hello? And I'm like shaking my belly and poking it. And I've come to the conclusion that I think he was just higher up. I mean, my uterus has expanded. It's pretty high now, and he's got kind of all of that room, though he is getting bigger, so he's not going to have a lot of room for much longer. But when he's kind of wiggling and moving around high up, I think that's when I don't feel him, because that's where the placenta is. And I would say over the last 2 days, I've noticed if I'm really still and I really, really pay attention and I'm really, cognizant of it, that's probably the wrong word, but you get what I'm saying, I can kind of feel the movement higher up, but it's really, really hard to recognize. When he's down low, I feel everything. And it just so happens like the last 2 days, it's where he's been the entire time. He's actually kicking right now as I'm talking. So if he's moving around and wiggling and kicking down low, I can feel that. The kicks are actually starting to get a little bit stronger, definitely. So that being said, on the days where he's kind of playing around up high and I don't feel him that much, I am genuinely a paranoid person, and I will say I am still using the field Doppler on occasion. Jody, if you are watching this, thank you. I've said thank you before. I'm going to say thank you again. That thing keeps me sane. And we have gotten to the point now where it does not take much effort at all for me to find that heartbeat. There was one time where he was kind of playing around up high and to the right, and between the placenta and the extra fee pudge, it was a little bit harder to find. But normally I can find the heartbeat pretty quickly. It is much higher and in the center now, as opposed to much earlier on when I was kind of, digging around low to try and find it. Now it doesn't take much effort at all. But the Doppler definitely keeps me sane. I also wrote down here, and it's funny that I wrote this down, that his movement doesn't wake me up at night yet. But I am going to change that, because last night he woke me up numerous times. So he is definitely getting stronger, and that's a good thing. His movement seems to be more in the afternoon and the evening, but again, with these last 2 days, I'm going to say 2 days he woke me up. The last 2 nights he has woken me up. And along with that, I'm kind of starting to feel the movement at different times. I kind of feel it in the morning, but most of the time I'm feeling it at night now. So he's changing his schedule up. I don't know if that's good or bad. I had a couple of friends that say, hey, if you're feeling him more during the day and he doesn't wake you up at night, you might have a baby that sleeps at night. Well, we'll see about that. Jury's still out. Other than that, feeling him in general has kind of changed. It's kind of strange and hard to describe, but I can almost kind of feel where his head is, because obviously it's gotten bigger. He's gotten bigger. I think, if I remember correctly, my book says he's close to 2 pounds now, or he should be. That's the generality. I'm at the point now where all babies grow at different rates. So that's a generality. And I can definitely feel his head sometimes, like which way he's laying, which way he's facing. Donnie will come up to me and kind of put his hand on my belly to try and feel him, and I'll be able to say, no, move to the left, move to the right, go up, go down. It's crazy. It is the most amazing feeling to be able to know where he is in there. But that has definitely changed over the last 2 weeks, that I'm starting to feel that. And I'm pretty sure he found a rib yesterday, because one of his kicks kind of felt higher up, and it was like, oh my gosh, what was that? It definitely felt like kind of a kick to the ribs. So that was a new sensation for the record books there for me. But it's all good. It's all good, because it means he's growing and he's moving and he's happy and he's kicking around in there, and I am fine with that. I'm fine with that. That's everything that I have written down here. The other things I wanted to toss on to the end of this is some stuff that I've received lately. And actually, before I get into that, I mentioned that we went shopping over the weekend, and one of the things we did do is find the dressers to go with this crib that's behind me. We found our dressers at Bye Bye Baby. This crib is actually from IKEA, but IKEA doesn't really carry anything that goes well with this, for my liking at least. And we did find 2 dressers from Bye Bye Baby that is a very similar color that we think is going to go great. Bad part is they had to order them. So we're not going to get them for 6 weeks. So I'm going to have to kind of curb any nesting that kind of starts. Either that or I'm going to have to like start washing baby clothes and maybe put them in containers and whatnot. And then when the dressers get here, I can just go crazy. But 6 weeks, so that's somewhere in the middle of August they should be here. I do intend on eventually doing a nursery tour, but I wouldn't expect that until probably September. Probably September. I don't see having everything ready to where I'm willing to do the nursery tour until then. Is we have to wait 6 weeks until the dressers. But stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to do that because our nursery tour is going to be a little bit different than the average nursery tour. Which, if you watched the crib build vlog, or time lapse I should say, that I did, you've kind of got a clue as to where the nursery is going to be. It's going to be up in our bedroom loft, which is a very large area and has more than enough room to accommodate baby, so that baby is on the same floor with us. So it's kind of going to be a combo room, but because of the amount of space, it's not really a combo room. So I definitely want to do a nursery tour so everybody can see that, but that won't be till later. All right. The other things I wanted to mention some very generous and wonderful people out there. You guys all know who you are, but I wanted to share this. I received a number of things over the last 2 weeks. I was going to toss them on at the end of these vlogs. Please let me know below if you're interested in seeing this kind of stuff. If you're not, I won't toss it on to the end of these updates, but I just thought I would do it this time to definitely put a shout out there to some wonderful people out there that sent me some items. So the first thing I got is from Chelsea. I will link all of these people's channels below in case you don't know who they are. Chelsea is a very talented individual who knows what my favorite color is and knows how to knit. And she made this adorable little sweater. Look at that. That is just so stinking cute. So cute. She sent me this. If you're on my Instagram, you've seen this already. You've probably seen most of the things that I'm going to show. So thank you again, Chelsea. That's just absolutely adorable. The next thing I received was another item from Jody. Jody, you're awesome. As I mentioned, she already sent me her Doppler that I've been using this entire time. And she sends me a box out of the clear blue sky that I didn't even know was coming. And she saw something on Amazon that actually was on my registry. I don't think she realized it. It was on my registry, and I've since removed it, obviously. She found a Wubbanub. She found the turtle Wubbanub. I cannot find this in any of the stores anywhere near me. I don't know if they just stopped making this particular animal or what the deal is, but she saw it on Amazon and said that she had to send it, that she immediately thought of me. And I cannot thank you enough because I so wanted this turtle Wubbanub. It is so stinking cute. So that's from Jody. Thank you again. And the next thing is from Jennifer. I don't know if Jennifer has a YouTube account, but I know she has an Instagram, so I will link that below. She put a comment on one of my pictures and said she wanted to send me a onesie. Well, I had no idea, but she has an Etsy shop that I will also try to remember to link below called Buggy and Bubba. And she makes hand-dyed, hand-painted onesies. And obviously somebody has been listening to my vlogs, which I opened this and I was in tears because just to have someone want to make this for me, oh my gosh. This is hand-dyed and hand-painted, and she put a turtle on it, and look at this. How cute is that? How cute is that? So cute. Thank you again, Jennifer, if you were watching. I absolutely adore this. This is just so cute. If you're interested in really cute onesies, go check out our Etsy shop. I will link it below. The last thing that I got is from Contrary Mary.
Hi, everybody.
Donnie cameo. The last thing I got is from Contrary Mary. If you watched my box opening, you already know about this. If you didn't, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. She sent me turtles. just like everybody else. This child is going to love turtles. She sent me this cute little sleeper with turtles all over it and a big old turtle on the booty, which I think is just absolutely adorable. Love it, love it, love it. She also sent me a book. She sent me a book for little boy, for little DJ. Love you forever. I am sure we'll read this to him numerous times. And for me, she sent me some bamboobies, which I'm really happy about because I really wanted these. So another person that is reading my mind without even knowing what's on my registry, I think that's awesome. Thank you again to all you guys who sent me this stuff. I really, really appreciate it. And to the rest of you who are watching this, please let me know if you're interested in seeing this kind of stuff. But I definitely wanted to share. All right, that is all I have. I will talk to you guys for another Preggie update probably in 2 weeks. But I will be posting some other stuff in between. If you haven't seen my quick little Q&A, toss me your questions. I will link that below. Last chance on that. I'm going to be closing that soon so that Donnie and I can do the requested Q&A. If you have more questions, you can toss them below this video, or you can go to the Q&A video and toss them there. I am going to be putting them together soon so that we can record that and I can get that up for you guys. So I will have that up. I have a couple other things that I want to record that I haven't done yet. So you'll definitely have other videos from me in between now and the next 2 weeks. But my next update will actually be on my doctor day appointment for 28 weeks. So I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks.